step into one of the weirdest mysteries from England, one that feels as if it was plucked from the pages of a Gothic novel, yet it's all too real. It's the haunting saga of Hagley Wood, the chilling secret behind the question scrawled in graffiti that still echoes through the West Midlands in England today: who put Bella in the Wych Elm? We start this mystery in April 1943 as war rages across Europe, yet in Hagley Wood near Birmingham, 4 teenage boys, Robert Hart, Thomas Willett, Bob Farmer, and Fred Payne, are blissfully preoccupied with a simpler childhood game: hunting for birds' nests. One of them, Bob Farmer, climbs into the hollow of a gnarled wych elm, and instead of finding bird eggs, he meets the hollow gaze of something far more dreadful: a human skull, with tufts of hair and crooked teeth, peering back at him. Frightened and foolishly hoping to avoid trouble because these lads were trespassing on aristocratic land, they quietly returned the skull, made a pact of silence until guilt gnawed at one of them. Soon, the authorities were summoned to a scene that would spiral into one of Britain's most enduring unsolved mysteries. Inside that tree, a woman's nearly complete skeleton lay entombed: a shoe, a gold wedding ring, scraps of clothing, and disturbingly, a piece of taffeta stuffed in her mouth. Nearby, one of her hands was severed and found apart from the body. The coroner ruled it murder by suffocation, and that she had been placed inside the hollow while still warm, because once rigor mortis set in, she simply couldn't have been shoved inside the tree. From the bones and the crime scene, investigators were able to determine that the woman was about 35, around 5 feet tall, with mousy brown hair, had likely been a mother, and had distinctive, irregular teeth. Yet, despite distributing her description, irregular dental work included, no match emerged among missing persons or dental records. Then, 6 months later, an eerie question in chalk started spreading across Birmingham walls: who put Bella down the wych elm? And sometimes it was phrased as Lubella, Hagley Wood Bella, or later even as Wych Elm. The person who made the graffiti must have known more than they shared, or perhaps the killer wanted to taunt everyone. Now 2 mysteries were entwined. Who was this woman, and was Bella her real name? And who wrote those messages? Did they know the victim, or were they mocking the police, or the murderer themselves, trapped by conscience or pride? Over the decades, theories have sprouted like mushrooms in autumn. One theory was that she was a prostitute named Bella. A 2014 BBC Radio 4 programme suggested that a sex worker called Bella disappeared around 1941, potentially matching the timeline. With gypsies camping in the area that year, this theory added veils of possibility. Then there is Theory 2, a drunken prank gone wrong. In 1953, Una Mossop claimed her ex-husband, Jack Mossop, confessed that he and a Dutchman named Van Raalte had put a passed-out woman in the tree as a prank, only for her she never woke up. Years later, Mossop allegedly ended up in a mental institution and died there, which put suspicion on this theory. Theory 3. It was Nazi espionage. An MI5 file on Joseph Jacobs, a Gestapo agent, contained a photo of cabaret singer named Clara Bauerle. He said she might have been sent as a spy. Some whispered that she was Bella. Yet Clara was tall and likely died in Berlin in 1942, and no firm evidence links her to Hagley Wood. Theory 4 suggests that it was witchcraft rituals. This was because anthropologist Margaret Murray suggested the severed hand hinted at occult practice and the so-called Hand of Glory. She also suggested that this aligned with a local ritualistic murder of Charles Walton. The local press gobbled up this eerie parallel, but nothing could support this claim. Finally, we have Theory 5. It was the silencing of a spy ring. Others speculated Bella knew too much, perhaps a Dutch target or agent, silenced by a clandestine trio involving wartime intrigue. Whatever the theory, cultural storytellers have embraced Bella's legend. From operas and plays to novels like Tenor French's The Wych Elm, the mystery has inspired art, fiction, and speculation through the years. However, in 2018, hope flickered again. Forensic artists made a facial reconstruction in the hope someone would recognize her, but the crucial skull evidence was later lost by police, dimming that hope forever. Then, in 2023, the BBC appealed to museums to locate any remains for DNA analysis. They hoped to unlock the identity of Bella, or at least granting her a name, but, as of now, West Midlands police hold no exhibits or records related to the case. So where does that leave us? In the hush of Hagley Wood, the tragedy of a nameless woman and the echo of a question carved in paint linger still. One day, someone will recognize that face or recall that voice, and the question will finally be answered. Until then, the legend of Bella in the Wych Elm remains a tale of wartime shadows, whispers in the forest, and perhaps our imaginations. And, if you enjoyed this mysterious journey through the past, enjoy relevant visuals, and love documentaries, don't forget to like and subscribe to Obscura Historia today.